Hi students of class 3. Today's class we will revise chapter 2 Windows 7 introduction. We are doing chapter 2. This page we will revise today. Everyone open page number 18. We will do today. In this chapter we are learning about first what are the two types of software: application software and system software. What are application softwares? Like Paint, Calculator, these are the application software. MS Word. And system software is called the operating system, is the system software. Now, what is operating system? What is OS? Operating system is the system software which helps the computer hardware to work with the other software. How the software in the computer system work? They work with the help of the operating system. It also make a interface between the computer and us. That means a connection is done between the computer system and the user, that is the human beings. Now, operating system is the most important program that runs on the computer. That is the most important software of the computer system. Without operating system, computer will not work. Okay. Whenever we are switch on the computer system, the operating system gets loaded into the main memory, and this main memory, and it is loaded from the hard disk. That means the software is installed inside the hard disk. Whenever we switch on the computer, first the operating system from the hard disk get loaded into the main memory, and this process is called booting. This loading the operating system from the hard disk to the main memory is called booting. Okay. Now, what are the different functions of OS? The different functions of OS are: it manages the hardware attached to the computer system, like the keyboard, printer, mouse, scanner, whatever it is. Functions of operating system. The main function of operating system is the OS manages the hardware that are attached to the computer system, like the keyboard, the mouse, the printer, etc. It also makes the application softwares work, like how the calculator will work, how the Paint program will work, how the MS Word will work. This is done by the operating system. It also keeps track of all the other programs that we are using. Whatever program we are using in the computer system, that track is kept by the operating system. Please turn the page. Page number 19. What are the different types of operating system? There are a lot of operating system available in the market. The most earliest one, DOS, Disk Operating System. Then we have the Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, Mac OS, Macintosh Operating System, Unix, Linux are the different examples of operating system. Once again I am repeating: DOS, Disk Operating System, DOS, DOS. The full form is Disk Operating System. Next we have Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 9, Windows 10, Mac OS. The full form is Macintosh Operating System. Then we have Unix, Linux. These are all the operating systems available in the market. Okay, let's start. Microsoft Windows is the most popular operating system. Microsoft Corporation is an American multinational company, technological company that was founded by Paul Allen and Bill Gates in the year 1975. Fourth
April. You have to learn this. The founders of the Microsoft Corporation and the date when it was founded. Paul Allen and Bill Gates founded the corporation and the date is 4th April 1975. Clear? Now, this Microsoft Windows operating system is a GUI based operating system. That means graphical user interface. What is the meaning of graphical user interface? Whenever we are using the mouse to give any sort of command to the computer system, like when we are working in the computer, what we do with the mouse? We click on some item or we click on some icons. Whenever we are clicking on something, that means we are telling the computer system that something they need to do. That means in the form of clicking, we are giving the command to the computer system rather than writing the command to the system. This pointing with the mouse is called the graphical user interface. That means using the mouse, we can give the command to the computer system. Now, as it is GUI based, it is very user friendly. No need of typing text using the keyboard only. So, this GUI based operating system is the most popular one, named Microsoft Windows. The first Windows operating system was launched in the year 1985. Since then, many versions has come. But till date, Windows 7 launched in the year 2009 is the most popular version of Windows operating system. Near about 60% of the user use the Windows 7 operating system in their desktop or laptop. Now, whenever we switch on the computer, the first page that comes, a black page with a window picture coming, that is called the Windows flag. After that, a blue screen comes, that is called the welcome screen. And then after a few seconds, the desktop screen is displayed. Okay, page number 20, you will see one blue page, that is called the desktop page. Now everyone turn to page 20. Now the blue screen, can you see on the top of page 20? It is the desktop screen, that means the desktop background. It is called desktop. Now coming to the desktop. The main screen that appears after a computer start is called the desktop. When the desktop appears, we can actually start working on the computer. Unless and until the desktop screen comes, we can't start our work. The desktop screen is made up of three main parts: icons, desktop background and the taskbar. Clear? Now coming to icons. In the desktop, left hand side, you can see small graphical pictures. Those are called the icons. Whenever any file, folder, program are kept on the desktop, it is kept in the form of icon. And whenever we need to open that, simply we need to double click on it and it will be open, either a file or a program or a folder. Clear? Now the two most important icons of the desktop are computer icon and the recycle bin icon. Now the computer icon, what the computer icon is useful for? When we double click on this computer icon, the content of the computer system is shown to us. And what about the recycle bin icon? Whenever we delete any file or folder, it gets stored inside the recycle bin. From there, if we need, we can restore back the file or folder. So the two most important icons of the desktop are computer icon and the recycle bin icon. And I think the use of both the icon is clear to you. Now coming to the next portion, how to arrange the icons on the desktop. There are many ways to arrange the icons. We can arrange it in alphabetical order. It is the easiest way to locate our file, folder and program if we arrange it in alphabetical order. Now, how the process is done? Listen carefully, okay? First, we have to right click on the desktop. Done using the mouse. A small menu opens. From there, we have to click the option Sort By. Whenever we will click the option Sort By, another menu beside is opened. From there, we can select 4 options: name, size, item type and date modified. Name means alphabetically the icons will be arranged. Size means in the order of the size the items will be arranged. Item type, type of the items will be grouped together and it will be arranged. Date modified, when it was modified last, according to that date the icons will be modified. But among these 4, the most easiest one is the alphabetical order. That means to select the option name. Clear? Whenever we are clicking on this option name, the icons will be arranged alphabetically. Clear everyone? Now let us move to the next part. Please turn the page to 22. Now coming to the next portion, next part of the desktop, that is desktop background. What is desktop background? The picture in the background is called either wallpaper or the desktop background. Windows 7 has many background from which we can choose and set on our desktop. Inbuilt pictures are there for us. Now, how to change the background? Very easy one. Listen carefully. Right click on the desktop. Then, when the short menu will come, personalize option is there. Personalize. Click on that personalize option. A new window will open. Over there, choose desktop background option. Next, a set of backgrounds will be shown to you. From that list, select your background that you like. Click Save Changes and close the window. The background will be changed with the background that you have selected. Clear, I think, everyone? Now, page 21, 22, arranging the icons and changing the background is there for practical exam. In one video, I will show you the practical work, but I am just mentioning this thing over here so that you can start practicing it. Arranging the icons and changing the background you have to do for the practical also. You have to learn the steps. So, at home, please, everyone, read till page 22 for revision. Line by line you will read. And practice it in the computer if you can. Okay. So today's CW work we have done. What is Microsoft Windows 7? What is desktop? 3 parts of desktop. What is icon? How to arrange the icons? What is desktop background? How to change the background? So these things you will learn at home. If you have any query, write in the comment box. I will answer to your query. Okay? Stay at home. Do your work. Bye-bye. Screensaver. A screensaver is a moving image that fills the screen of the desktop or any other screen, whatever is opened, when the computer has not been used for a certain time. That means the computer is idle for a certain time. When this thing is happened, the screensaver is a moving image that comes into action and it starts playing in the computer screen. Now, how to add this screensaver on the desktop, on the computer system? Simply right click on the desktop. After that, you will get a shortcut menu opened. Over there, click on personalize. When you click on personalize, a new window is opened. Over there, click on screensaver. Screensaver settings window will open. Over there, click on the first drop down list. Over there, you will get a lot of screensavers that are provided by the Windows 7 operating system. Select any one of your choice. Then you can see how it will appear in the box inside the window or by clicking on the preview button. How the screensaver will look like, that will be shown to you once you have clicked a particular screensaver. Or you can click the preview button to see how it will look like. Next, in the wait box, you can set the time, that after how much time the computer is idle, the screensaver will come in action. After setting the time, click on apply. Apply button is there. Click on apply. After that, click on OK to close the window. Now you are on the desktop. Leave the desktop computer for certain time. Maybe desktop, maybe any other window is open, whatever it is, you don't work on the computer system. Suppose we have set the time for 1 minute. Leave the computer for 1 minute. You definitely will see that after 1 minute, whatever screensaver you have selected, that has come into your computer system and it is playing on the computer screen. Now, when you are keeping the computer for idle, you can't use the keyboard, you can't use the mouse. If you are using it, screensaver will not come in action. Okay. Now, this is how to make the use of screensaver. Now, next is taskbar. What is taskbar? Taskbar is a horizontal bar at the bottom of the computer screen. And the taskbar contains the start button, the clock. Start button is on the left hand side, clock is on the right hand side, and at the rightmost side we have the show desktop button. Now on the taskbar you can see the icons of the open programs. For example, if you are using the Paint and the MS Word, the two windows icon will be shown on the taskbar. Now the start button. Whenever you click the start button, a list opens that is called the start menu. This menu contains a list of programs available on the computer. Click on all programs. All program option is there to see the complete list of programs that we have in the computer system. Click on back to get back to the start menu. If you have clicked the all programs, a back button will come. Click on back, you will get back to the start menu. The start menu also contains the option for shutting down the computer, restarting the computer. These two options are also there. Next, clock. The clock shows the current date and time of the computer system. Show desktop button. While you are working with different programs, different windows are opened on the desktop. If you click the show desktop button that is on the taskbar rightmost side, click on that, all the windows opened will be minimized and the desktop is shown to you. Next, changing the position of the taskbar. Whenever the taskbar is moved from one side to another, usually it is at the bottom, but if we want, you can change it in different sides, left side, right side, top, anywhere. How to do that? Click the mouse pointer on the empty space of the taskbar where there is no buttons. Drag it to any side that we want and release it using the mouse. Select it, drag it and leave it any side. After that, you will see that the taskbar has changed the position. Now, sometimes you will find that the taskbar position you can't change. You can't click and drag it. That means the taskbar position is locked. How to open it? Right click on the taskbar empty area. A list will open. Over there, a locked option is there. Click on it. The lock will be opened. Now you can select the taskbar, drag the taskbar and leave it. And the taskbar position will be changed. And now suppose you want to lock that position, whatever you have changed. Right click on the taskbar empty area again. Again the same list will come. Over there, again click the locked button and the position of the taskbar will be locked. So this is how to change the position of the taskbar. Now in this chapter, some pointers, mouse pointers are shown, like the normal pointer, I-beam pointer, busy pointer, working in background pointer. You have to learn these pointers. Normal pointers means you can use it to select, click, anything you can do. I-beam pointer means a particular location is there, you can change that location for typing. Busy pointer means the computer is busy and we people have to wait. Working in background means the computer is doing something, some work in the background, still we can work on it. Now this is the final revision of chapter 2. Now I think everyone has got the book exercise and CW copy work. Please start finishing your work and send me the work for correction at dpsjhelpdesk@gmail.com. And for today's class, if you have any query, write in the comment box. So stay at home, do your work. Bye bye.